Hola, hola, muy buenas a todos. Aquí a Jose con otro episodio de The Outer Worlds. Y bueno, vamos a terminar la misioncita que
Greetings,
teníamos con
and
esta
welcome to
gente.
Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and
Ejé,
purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
eso
What can
mismo.
I do for you today?
¿Qué tal últimamente? ¿De qué estabais hablando? ¿Tenéis problemas económicos? Freddy me pidió que te preguntara sobre su póster de
You
Toho.
know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you,
Joder, macho.
Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Antes te vi decir que tenías problemas económicos.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
¿Te salió fondito la pasta en fluidos de rápido?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
¿Por qué le compras tantas cosas a
So I
Sebastián?
can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask, just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Bueno, hasta luego. A ver, diario. Vale, hablo con Berman en el almacén. Está aquí cerquita, menos mal. Por aquí. ¿Aquí? No. En el almacén. Aquí.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
O a lo mejor sí era el almacén, pero bueno, por aquí vamos, voy más directo. A
Hey,
ver,
Velma, I got
querida
you.
mía.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Voy a meter una caja. Te voy a poner.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
¿Qué desapareció el qué?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Tengo unos.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
Murió a manos de unos caníbales que hay en la zona.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Pues así sin querer. Bueno, por lo menos hicimos ánimo. Ahora puedes encontrar a alguien mejor para el puesto.
Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
¿Querías algo? Quería preguntarte por el tarjeta
This
de Green.
again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grim his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
¿Quién es Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
Así que es cuestión de dinero. Parece más fácil tratar con ella.
Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
¿Le vas a dar porta de green o a otra? Porta de green a otra persona. No creo que
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grim may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Dios, qué tramposa la tía, loco.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the
me recompensará y después no nada en bits. Venga ya. Venga, vamos atrás. Nada, otra vez para allá.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Gracias. 12.000 de experiencia. Toma. Pastillita de goma. A ver. No. Esta, que está interesante. ¿Qué está coño? A ver, sopla polla.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Nada, a hablar con... ¿Qué está aquí? Joder, si estaban al lado, tío. Cabrón, ¿por qué no fuiste tú?
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on? Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Hola, a lo tonto, estas misiones de mierda. Oh, talento y ventaja, toma ya. Reserva escenario, munición a los comercios. No, me gustaban de aquí. Ay. No. 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 Este. Bueno. Vamos a ver. Investiga la casa de apuestas. Dos manos Ladia. Qué sé qué coño dijo. Si es que estos nombres se inventan. Venga. Pues vamos a ver la caseta. A lo tonto, mira, unas misiones facilitas para ganar experiencia. Esto es lo bueno. A lo tonto me he subido un nivel. Hola, casa de apuestas. Eo.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games.
Pues sí, no he visto ninguno.
So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H. Mammoths. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought.
Qué pringada, loco.
So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver dónde estás. Bueno, lo tenemos aquí dentro por lo menos. No tenemos que ir a tomar por culo.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work.
Ay.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Creo que me he equivocado.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games? You're not listening to a word, are you?
Claro, aquí.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
¿Quién coño eres este? Que yo no quitas
Hey,
nada. Te cojo, te
what are you
reviento.
doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has
¿Qué lo acabas de
proof,
decir tú? ¿De
and not
puta?
that it's any of your business. Well, wait, you're the new sublight partner? Look, I don't want any trouble. You won't see us again, I promise.
Bueno, los dejé vivos. Lo podría haber matado. Nada, otra misioncita. Por lo menos, mira, nos hemos quitado lo tonto un par de cosas.
The data on that cartridge was even more damning than I could have hoped. And to have something on UDL of all the corporations. You've given us quite the advantage. Anyway, what can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Si tú lo dices.
It was on my to-do list. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this
¿Qué mierda?
payment for your
125.
services.
Bueno, hasta luego. Bueno, a lo tonto, mira. Nos quedan dos, tío. Mira, uno. Porque este lo hago rápido. ¿Es aquí también? A ver,
New face, huh?
cualquier.
You from off-world? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Qué cabrón.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Ahora, todo rápido. ¿Has visto? Mira. Ahora, y más rápido. Aquí no. Aquí tampoco. Aquí. Querida, he vuelto.
I'd
En
give
un
you a
momento.
friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Me da igual.
Spat in your spirits, Velma.
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need?
Vale, pensé que nunca iban
You
a
don't get
terminar
any
de
sense
discutir.
into him yet? Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay. Something else on your mind?
Ven, hasta luego. Hala. Otra misión. Ah, así me encantan las misiones. Consigue el arma tecnológica de la pionera. Consigue el arma tecnológica de Phineas. No perdamos tiempo. ¿O no? En un momento nos hemos quitado un chorro de misiones. Así se da gusto, tío. Turururururu. 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 Hola,
A
querido.
reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Misión activar un vacío, venga. Hangares de la pionera. Vamos a hacer esta misioncita. A lo mejor tenemos el robot de
The
compañía.
Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
¡Ay, coño! Por cierto, me gustaría hacer también alguna misioncita del acompañante, porque la verdad que no hemos hecho ninguna. Y me dan intriga. Pero bueno, ya haremos. O no. Según cuando sea al final. Venga, vamos allá. An affront to us all us. Corporate impressionator me. Sorry. Monarch Stern Industries sinks to a new low. Venga, vamos, toma por culo. La industria pionera y el carajo. Nada. Gladys, estoy llegando, mi querida amiga. Ábrete, coño. Gladys. Estoy aquí. Mi querida Gladys, hola rata. Hola Gladys.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
No, gracias.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
¿Qué me importa? No me interesa, no me interesa, no me interesa, no me interesa. Compañía minera de Festo, cartucho Festo. Este cartucho contiene el registro público del puesto avanzar a compañía minera. Y una tarjeta antigua, utilizaron la fuerza de seguridad de los Mardes en la pionera. A juzgar por la capa de polvo y suciedad que cubre, nadie ha encendido en más de una década. ¿No? Vamos a cogerlo, no sé para qué, pero... Este cartucho que tiene el registro público de la avanzada compañía minera. No, pues es Gladys, tío. ¿Dónde coño es? Es como aquí. Coño, yo me gasté 200 y pico bits para nada. Es como ahí dentro, tío. Era como ahí dentro, pero no, no es ahí. ¿Dónde coño es, tío? Me está liando esta puta mierda, Cállate. Tampoco por aquí, tío.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Triple Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Yo creo que aquí tampoco. Que tiene que ser ahí donde Gladys, tío, porque no me jodas. Arma de la pionera. ¡Hostia! La polla, tío. La fucking polla. Así sin querer que lo he encontrado, Genial, tío. Pues tampoco era ahí, tío. Joder, macho.
Great work.
Pues tampoco es aquí, tío. Encontré un sitio secreto, pero no. ¿Cómo puede esto ser tan putada, tío? Es que está aquí mismo, pero ¿dónde, tío?
Advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate promises from the dangers of alien? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful grounds and planet. Military service. For employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon. You've been listening to Halcyon News. Your mandated duty is to be a citizen of Halcyon.
Joder, tío. ¿Me explicas dónde es esta puta mierda, tío? Es que es allá atrás, pero joder, ¿dónde, tío?
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, now on C&P.
¿Aquí abajo será? No, porque es que es arriba, tío. Aquí no es porque... No. Qué rápido me habéis seguido, ¿no? Fucking arma de la pionera, tío.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your...
Es donde uno me queda por mirar, pero aquí no hay otra salida, tío. O sea, no hay nada por donde poder girar para allá. ¿Ves? Es esto aquí, tío. O sea, no les resulta sospechoso a esta gente de ver entrar a un desconocido y abrir la puerta allí, no decir nada y se larga. Toma. Por la cara.
C&P pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Pues no sé dónde coño está esta mierda, tío.
Salt sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
Por ahí no es. No lo sé, tíos. Sinceramente, no lo sé. Quiero averiguarlo, tío. Quiero averiguar esa fucking vaina. No tengo ni idea. Que fíjate, me he recorrido todos los lugares de ese lado y nada, tío, encontré un sitio secreto que yo pensé que lo iba a tener. Sé que iba a ser ahí, pero no. Es no sé qué del ocupa, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Pa' nada, pa' mierda. Nada, esta la quitamos, tío.
Good, you're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you.
Laboratorio de Phineas, venga.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab. Captain, I hope you made the right decision by siding with MSI.
Continuar. Ay, eso es nuevo, tío. No lo había visto. Ay, 12 TV Power Anything. Joder, ni quién entiende esa letra, tío. Encima que ya no entiende inglés de por sí, te lo ponen en letra ahí media rara, tío. Se parece a la pionera.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Sí, claro, mientras tú estás ahí.
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks.
57.000 de experiencia, toma ya.
Intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway. Of course, of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, very well. I can be a little cantankerous when I haven't had my caffeinoids. You have my apologies and so forth. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the Hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you. Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress. Of course, I'll be here, as usual. I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
Ah, que es un puto arma, tío. Es un puto arma. Esto es rápido. Ahora. Toma por culo. Entonces a lo mejor comprarlo solo a la tía esta, tío. No lo sé. ¿Tendré que comprar todas las armas? Joder, no creo, ¿no? ¿Y si me gasto la pasta para nada, tío? Joder, que es una putada, tío. Venga, no perdamos más el tiempo.
Intruders will be... Oh.
Vamos, a Bizancio.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Paraíso descubierto, toma ya. Toma ya, Billus. Toma ya, paraíso descubierto. Un nuevo trofeo. Estoy tan emocionado de haber conseguido este trofeo. Oh, sí. Un yogurcito de stracciatella que no falte. Oh, qué bueno está. Bueno. Vamos a ver. No me interesa, nada. Vale. Tururi. ¿Había estado aquí, no? No había estado nunca aquí. ¿Qué pasa, Carmen y Magagua? Ya, me envió Phineas.
No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
Vayamos al
Yeah,
grano.
you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Vale, ¿qué tienes para mí, coño?
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
No sé cómo me cojan. Vamos.
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. When the birds start disappearing, you know something's afoul. No pun intended.
Lo tenías a huevo.
Come on, this is important. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Por ejemplo, no. Ahora que lo pienso, no tengo tiempo para esas cosas, ¿no?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Sí, sí. Muy raro.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
Eso no está bien.
I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Todo esto por un
Things
buzón
have
de
kept
su
on running
derecha.
this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Venga, hasta luego. Vaya bien la faena. ¿Todo jubilado? Me faltaba que pusiera jubilado ahí. Sellar. ¿Qué coño? Ah, que también. Todo cornudo.
You must think you're pretty tough. You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take it. Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
¿Y cómo coño quieres que entre, tío? Ah. Vale, vale. Qué bringa. ¿Qué más? Toma. Yeah. Oh. Happy you. Na 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 na. Venga, venga. Tacho.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with
Sí, sí, ahora pasará, no te preocupes.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
No, no quiero ser famoso.
That's supposed to be a
Gilipollas.
model of the system? Not super accurate.
Ugh. Decadence ain't gonna save you when beasts chew through the walls.
Great on fish sticks.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, what are you doing here?
¿Quién coño eres? Casi está aquí.
Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
¿Eh? Claro.
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course. Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals.
O sea que ya tenemos
Monsters
pelea.
hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Adiós. Sí, aquí.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
¿Digo yo las armas que tengo?
Yep. I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, 'cause today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary. Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there.
Venga, idiota. No me da hablar con el mecadán, gilipollas.
What can I do for you? Oh, by all means, ask away.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before? Oh, maybe they got some at the bar.
serio, tío?
What can I do for you? Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. My automechanical assistant does all the work for me.
Gilipollas. ¿Será este?
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
Pues qué saber, triple expo con no sé qué. Venga, déjame comprar estas cuantas.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before? Here's to me.
Venga, ya está.
Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Menos mal que compré 4, creo.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop. You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Qué asco.
I just need to sit down.
Murió. Bueno, pues es hora de dejar el capítulo de hoy por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado. Pondremos los puntos de talento en el próximo episodio. Like, suscribirse. Hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.